Hi, I'm Ninness, your loan pro from Denver, Colorado, with another episode of How Much Mortgage Can I Afford? This week, we're going to be talking about the new county loan limits, how much you can borrow before you go into specialty type loans in the Denver metro area, because that just changed. In the meantime, if you like the information, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, and we will keep delivering this content to you every week. Otherwise, sit back, relax, and enjoy another installment of How Much Mortgage Can I Afford? Well, thanks again for joining me for another episode of How Much Mortgage Can I Afford? Today we're talking about the new county loan limits that just went into effect this week for 2018. Now, to give you some history that'll help on perspective of this, you have to understand that going up to a couple years ago, and for up to that time for a couple decades, we've seen one county loan limit of $417,000. And actually, if you're doing research on the home buying process and you find yourself on websites from 13, 14, 15, old posts, old blogs, you're going to see $417,000 as a loan limit everywhere. And that's because it was in place for a long time. Last year, we saw our first increase to that. And how an increase happens is there is the FHFA, the Federal Housing Finance Administration. And what they do is they basically go through and look at all the data across America and say, at the 417 max loan amount, are we offering mortgage solutions to everyone in America that actually fits what it costs to own a home? And what they found is that no, they need to bump it up. So it went from 417 to 424. 100. Not a huge jump, but everything helps. Because traditionally, when you cross that threshold of the county loan limit, you were now into a jumbo mortgage. Well, the problem with a jumbo mortgage, or not a problem, it's just something to be aware of, is that terms are way different and each lender has different guidelines. It's not like a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac loan or a VA or a FHA loan where we all use common elements to build that loan type. Okay? Now, there was a second thing that happened, and that's where they created what was called a high balance loan amount. Basically, for Denver and for many other areas, for example, San Francisco would be another one, or San Diego, to buy a home at 424 is still not reasonable. That loan amount does not support the cost of living. So here in the Denver metro area, we were actually at $493,350. You could go up to that loan amount and still be able to successfully get a mortgage. Now, anytime you went over the standard county loan limit of 424 up to the 493 figure, there was an increase traditionally to the interest rate. And it's just because it is considered a high balance conventional loan. So with that in mind, let's talk about 2018. We have just seen another increase. The first increase is actually to the county loan limit across America. So everywhere in America, you are going to see an increase, and it's now $453,100. We saw a nice, generous bounce on that, which is great for anyone who's not in the Denver metro area, because as you go to areas like El Paso or up to Weld or Larimer County, you're going to see that it is the standard loan limit. They do not offer high balance options. When we talk about the Denver metro area, the counties of Arapahoe, Adams, Douglas, Elbert, Jefferson, and Denver County proper, that is now moved up to $529,000. A nice, generous bounce again. So if you're looking into financing a home and you had been searching out options where you felt like you were going to have to go to a jumbo or portfolio lender because the loan amount was going to be higher, you might not need to anymore. And certainly if you were planning on buying a home and you've locked in your rate, maybe with a builder or something like that, and they were giving you a high balance rate and your loan fits into the new conforming loan limits, it might be worth rechecking that rate because the rate should come down. This helps everyone, and especially veterans, because the VA, the Veterans Administration, matches the entitlement in Denver to these county loan limits. So for every veteran out there, not only has your entitlement increased, but it's also increased specifically your bonus entitlement. And if you're a veteran who's already used your entitlement, whether you have another property already financed with VA, or you had possibly a loss on your VA entitlement through a foreclosure or a short sale, this increases your benefit to use that once again in purchasing a home. It's a phenomenal thing for the Denver metro area. Now, if you need help with using this information to get the best loan options for you, that's what we're here for. I encourage you to reach out and let me and my team help you with your home financing. Otherwise, I hope this explained a little bit more on the county loan limits and how they may affect your mortgage. As always, if you like the info, like, subscribe, follow, and we'll see you on another episode of How Much Mortgage Can I Afford?